Hello students, in previous class we discussed about Bluetooth, very basic functionality, what is Piconet, what is Catenet, that we already discussed in previous class. So please go through that basic concept of Bluetooth. And in previous lecture also I discussed a very basic layer of Bluetooth also, right? First layer, radio layer. In this class I'll discuss about baseband layer as well as L2CAP layer, right? Now, uh, what is the single secondary communication? First of all, why we are using baseband layer, or what is the functionality of baseband layer? The baseband layer is roughly equivalent to MAC layer, right? So why we are using MAC layer? Mostly for broadcasting and broadcasting purpose we are using MAC layer. So same thing here also, we are using baseband layer, right? uh, Primary and secondary communication is happened in this baseband layer through TDMA. TDMA means what? Time division multiple access, right? So basically, slots are divided. Time slot is divided, right, in small parts, and for each station we are giving equal slots. Now the length of time slot means one time slot length is 625 microsecond, and during this time one frequency is used, means sender can send the data or receiver can receive the data. Now here one thing we have to notice, that in this primary and secondary they can transmit the data, but secondary cannot communicate directly with another secondary, right? So primary and secondary can transmit, but both two secondary cannot transmit at a time. Inside this TDMA, many times they'll use TDD, TDMA. What is this TDD? It's a time division duplex. Means time division duplex TDMA. So it's a kind of half duplex communication. Means secondary as well as receiver sends and receives the data, but not at the same time. Whenever we are dealing with this TDD, TDMA. So, best example is walkie talkie, right? So, likewise, at a time, sender can either send the data or either receive the data, but both cannot be possible at a time. Now, uh, I'll discuss about this figure. What is this single secondary communication? As you seen is in this PPT, right? So, what if you carefully observe this figure, then what you can observe? This is primary, means primary station, and this is secondary station. So in alternate time or alternate slots, this is a time slot, right? So in alternate slots, uh, data is communicating. So let's say in even slot, sender or primary station is sending the data, and in odd slots secondary station is sending the data. So simply, if I want to conclude this single secondary communication, then each time slot is divided in 625 microsecond, and each and every even slot is for primary and odd slot is for secondary station. And here it allows the primary and secondary to communicate in half duplex manner, right? I already told you. Now, and this cycle is repeated again and again, right? So it's a very easy concept. Now, what is this multiple secondary communication? So in previous one only single secondary, right? So one primary and one secondary, but here two secondary or three, any number of secondary station you can use. So now what is there in this singles multiple secondary? All secondary listens on a even number of slots, right? So odd sorry even number, primary will send and secondary will listen, and odd number, one by one, each and every secondary can send the data, right? As you can observe over here. In primary, this is even slot, so primary station can send the data, and in odd slots, one by one secondary slots can listen to the data, it can send or receive, right? Now, what kind of physical link we are using whenever we are dealing with this Bluetooth concept? So two types are there. First one is SCO and second one is SACL. So what is the full form of SCO? SCO means synchronous connection oriented. Means what? When we will use this kind of communication, when latency is more important than integrity, at that time we will use synchronous connection oriented concept. And when we will use means what is there in SEO, retransmission is never possible. If some frame is damaged, then simply we are discarding it. But what is there in ACL? ACL means asynchronous connection less link. In that, retransmission is possible, and when data integrity is important, at that time we are using this ACL. Now, I'll discuss a frame format, right? So, what kind of frame format Bluetooth will use? So till now you've gone through many other protocols frame forward. So from that you can observe that here also same thing, header is there, some access code is there, and some payload or data is there. But in detail I'll tell you. First one, 72-bit access code. Access code is used for either synchronization bits or identify for the primary to distinguish between a frame of the one peak on it, right? So for synchronization as well as identification of different frames, we are using this access code. It is a 72-bit code. Now inside the header, so many other sub parts are there, right? Address type, FAC, FAS, and HEC. What is there? Address bit, you all know, right? What do you mean by address bit? So for destination address, we are using this address bit and 3-bit only, because here network is not that much big. So number of bits used for this addressing purpose is very less. Second one is type bit. So it is a 4-bit. So in upper layers, what kind of protocols we are using? For that we are using this 4-bit type, right? Next one is F is used for flow control. Means if we set f is equal to 1, then unable to receive the frame, means it is a full, right? If we set 1, then, and if 0, then okay, it can receive the frame. Mostly it will whenever we are using stop and wait or stop and wait ERQ, at that time this protocol or this FAS concept is used. Now what do you mean by A is used for acknowledgement, and whenever uh, mostly 1 bit is sufficient, right? So it is 1 whenever we got the acknowledgement. Now S is used for sequence number. Same, all three concept F, A, and S means flow control, acknowledgement, and sequence number, all used under stop and wait ARQ protocol. Now next one is HEC. What do you mean by HEC? Header for error correction, right? So you all know different techniques I already discussed for error correction and error detection, checksum, cyclic redundancy code, then Hamming code. So many other techniques are there for error correction and detection. So here inside this HEC, they are using 8-bit header error correction bit, and checksum is used for detection of the error, right? Now last one is data bit, and here if you carefully observe, then 0 to n bits, and n is different in each and every here, right? N is equal to 240, n is equal to 1490, and n is equal to 2740, and some slots also mentioned. Means what is there inside this payload? They are dividing in 3 parts, or if means here payload size is different according to user's choice. It can define a different n size. If a user wants small frame, then 240 bits, 1490, and 2740. Likewise, user can send a different amount of data. Now uh, here last protocol, what is this L2CAP layer protocol, right? So first of all, L2CAP means logical link control and adaptation protocol. So LLC sublayer we are using in LEND, right? So same kind of functionality it will offer under this L2CAP layer. L2CAP means what? Logical link control and adaptation protocol. So what are the main functionality of this L2CAP? Basically, it will offer 4 functionality. First one is multiplexing, second one is segmentation and reassembly, third one is quality of service, and last one is group management. So multiplexing, you all know, right? What kind of why we are using multiplexing and types of multiplexing, right? So no need to explain the multiplexing. Next one is next functionality is segmentation and reassembly. Means segmentation means what? Simply we are dividing our payload in small parts whenever it is required, and at receiver side we are doing reassembly process, right? Next one is QoS means quality of service, right? So whenever some QoS related bits required, at that time we are use this L2CAP protocol. And last one is group management. So basically it is like multicasting, right? Under the IP addressing we are using multicasting, so same functionality if we want, then we are using this uh, group management or L2CAP protocol, right? So I hope you are not facing any problem or any difficulties in the Bluetooth concept. If you have any difficulty, you can contact me, right? So in exam, if they'll ask Bluetooth, then simply you have to write the definition. You have to give you have to draw one pick on it and give some glimpse about the pick on it, and then scatter net. Inside the scatter net also you can mention that one primary station, one secondary station, and one station's means piconet's primary station can act as a second one's secondary station, and anything can be possible, right? Then Bluetooth layers. Inside this Bluetooth layer, three layer you have to explain in detail. First one is radio, baseband, and L2CAP. Three layers you have to explain in detail. Inside the baseband layer, you have to again mention single secondary communication, means one primary station is transmitting and secondary station is receiving. Inside this, even number of slots is allocated to primary station and odd number of slot is allocated to secondary station, and multiple secondary communication inside this. More than one secondary station is communicated with one primary station, that also you have to uh, mention whenever they'll ask this kind of question. And last one is frame format. So inside this frame format, no need to write in that much detail, but you have to draw it, and in one line you have to mention the basic functionality. Access control means synchronization purpose. Header, inside the header address is destination address. Likewise, in one line you can mention the main points. Okay, so I hope you are not facing any problem in this Bluetooth concept. From next class, I'll start with, I think, wireless LAN or comparison between wired and wireless LAN, and then I'll give you a glimpse as well as so many problems in wireless LAN, and what are the advantages of wireless LAN over wired LAN, that we will discuss in next class. Thank you.